How is everybody tonight? Captain Jack here. Going to let you see the outside. That is Circus over the hotel that's in the back. I did forget to get a damn drink. Okay, I'll see if I can go grab one at the fridge. I see Raider Fearless, aka Hot Neil, is here. So I don't know who else is here. If you're watching, I appreciate it. Hit the comment section. Like I said, I know Hot Neil's here. But I'll be right back. I wanted to come on as quick as possible. So I did. But I didn't get all the things I normally get. So let me go grab something out of the fridge. I'll have something to drink just in case my mouth feels dry. And I'll be right back. Just here. I'll be here. But just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Wow, what to talk about? It's a great, well, for you folks on the East Coast, it's a great Monday. It's Victory Monday already. Here out west, it's what, 9:30 at night. So we are still basking in the fact that the Raiders got a W today. Now, let's talk about that. But before we do, let's talk about a couple other things. First off, although you might not care, the weekend here was wonderful in the fact that we went to see the Eagles at the Sphere last night. Let's see if I can fix this camera a little bit. There we go. The Eagles at the Sphere, and it was probably one of the, yeah, I know it's 12:30 on your time. Hot Neil. Still 9:30 here, evening. I just saw the fact that the Lions they had a melee. I didn't see this because I was still eating dinner. So you have a melee when the Lions lost the game. But that's not what I wanted to really talk about. Again, yesterday, Saturday, long, busy day. Almost capped off by going out to the Sphere to see the Eagles. A fantastic show. I can't remember the last time I saw a concert that was as awesome as the Eagles. And the Sphere, if you ever get a chance to go to Vegas and you're looking for something to do, go look on, was it like TickPick or those other sites, and just say, hey, can I find tickets to a show in Vegas? And I definitely say it's well worth your time. I think mine were TickPick tickets, 2 tickets, unobstructed view for the Eagles. And granted, they were at the very, very far left, but oversight of the stage, direct view of the stage, not obstructive, and just the show was magnificent. So I can't just harp on that any further. What a fantastic show the Eagles were. Okay, Hot Neil, take care of yourself. Hot Neil's in the hospital again, so make sure you take care of yourself. Um, but yeah, definitely come out to Vegas for whoever's at the Sphere. I mean, I've been told by people that have seen it that the Wizard of Oz show at the Sphere, awesome, awesome. The Wizard of Oz show at the Sphere was awesome, and so I'll have to try to see if I can go see that the next time I'm out here in Vegas in a couple weeks. But it's something different to see. So that was yesterday. Went to Lincoln Kennedy's place out, and that's another thing. If you are here for a Raiders game, make sure you make a trip out to Henderson, which is it's about a half an hour away. But go to the Angry Crab Shack in Henderson. It's Lincoln Kennedy's place. The food is wonderful, and the prices are definitely not bad for seafood. And considering you're in a Vegas adjacent area, very good prices. And then you get a chance to hang out at Lincoln's place, which will be really fun for you, especially Raider fans. So there's that. Then we went, like I said, from the Angry Crab Shack at Lincoln's place to the Sphere to see the Eagles. And then we went to Eye Candy, which is one of the normal black hole parties that the Raiders have. Usually it's like Mandalay Bay Eye Candy, and then there's also up on Fremont. There's the Fremont Experience. There's the black hole folks up there. So it's always a fun weekend here in Vegas. And then you go to the game. And the game. I can't get over saying Victory Sunday, Victory Monday for those of you on the East Coast like Hot Neil is. And by the way, if you're here, I know that P-Dog's here. No, Hot Neil's here. I just saw Brian Griefno here. Right. And I thank you for saying that, Brian. That's about exactly what I was going to say. You beat me to the punch, sir. We won the game, we being Raiders. I use the we term. I consider them a part of me. Not to the point that where it's really other people do. It's a little bit over the top, but we, the Raiders, won a game that obviously they should have won. It was more of a preseason contest. It was a scrimmage against an inferior team. And for all of those that say, well, oh man, this is the game. Oh, this is what we need. This is the bounce back. Next week in Kansas City, that is the test. That is a quality football team. Can the Raiders win? Yeah, sure. Any given Sunday, any team can win. The question will be, do the Raiders show their NFL caliber aspects of a football team next week? Or do they play like we've seen weeks 2 through, was it 5? They're 1 and 4, so weeks 2 through 5, when they just were horrible. We'll see. I will be there, and then I will give a show. Hopefully that night. Hopefully not late, but I will give you a show, and we will say what is the current disposition of this Raiders football team. Hey, shipmate Ed Winchell's here. Brian says with Gilmore and Bayek it was last year, and they might actually be a good team. Basically, all you're doing is flipping guards and centers, right? That's the difference. But they are, and I don't like it either. I will say that I don't like the fact that JPJ is not playing center. I don't like that. I think that Meredith should be playing a guard, if at all, and that Parham should be playing on the other side, which means he would be a right guard. Meredith would be playing left guard, and JPJ would be playing center. Glaze would be at right tackle, and Miller if he was he's gone. I mean, let's put the Miller's gone. He's gone. Don't even anticipate Miller being there. What I want to see, Brian, I think you might agree with me here. We drafted Grant. We drafted Rogers. Let's see what we got with these guys. These are let them make rookie mistakes. JPJ made rookie mistakes last year. Glaze made rookie mistakes last year. But overall, the offensive line was decent. Not spectacular, but decent. Yeah, thanks, Ed. I do. Whenever I do shows here, I do like to do the back view of what is on the other side. People might see. I got that. There's things we gotta. You see the reflections. Yeah, we gotta pack all things on the bed. So such is life. You're gonna see stuff on the bed needs to be packed. But a great weekend. Actually, starting Friday with the Bolitnikov. Oh my God, I didn't even go into Friday. The Bolitnikov Crab Fest was wonderful. Great times with great people. I won a football. Well, actually, the amount okay. I spent $400 on two. Was it gift bags? Surprise gift bags. But in the two gift bags were beads, which gave you extra lives on the contest of heads or tails, which is basically point to your head, point to your ass, heads or tails, and you flip the coin. And a bunch of people, about I think 40 people were on stage. And if you had the beads and you screwed up, that was an extra life. So you threw a bead. You screwed up, you threw a bead. So I won a football signed by all the people that were there except Lincoln. Lincoln got there late. Hopefully I'll get a chance to have Lincoln sign it another time. But, Fred Bolitnikov signed it. Marcus Allen signed it. I believe Eric Dickerson signed it. If true, then those are three Hall of Famers that signed the football. So it was a great time. And it's a great organization, Tracy's House of Hope and the Bolitnikov Foundation. So I firmly believe that if you can, come on out and do that event. Play the Rickers can't get no worse, and will let us know what we need to focus on. Yeah, thank you, Brian. I'm putting that one up. Why not? Why not? The rookies are on our team. We need to see what we have with them. Let Grant play left tackle. That's a steep learning curve. Or put Glaze at left tackle and let Grant play right tackle. Maybe a little bit less of a learning curve. Let Rogers play one of the guards. And then you got to decide the $50 million question is if JPJ, God, why isn't JPJ playing center? Why isn't JPJ playing center? And yeah, Brian knows football. I get it. Brian knows football. Cool, Kev. Thank you for being here, sir. Thank you for showing. If you're here, I appreciate you hitting the comment section. This way I know who's here. But we need to see what we have with the players we drafted, because we need to see what our future holds. Will Miller be coming back next year? So on that contract, but does he become just an extra large contract? And yeah, I agree, Cool Kev. I don't think Parm's going to be here next year. I don't think Meredith is going to be here next year. But for some reason, I'm not trying to piss off Pete. I know Pete Carroll has no qualm. That old man, Captain Jack, said that, oh my God, I'm so offended by what Captain Jack said. Pete can give a rat's ass about what I say. He doesn't care. But I agree. And yeah, 2 season defensive backs. I agree with that. Cool. Okay, but maybe we need to see more with what we got with Porter. We need to have him play more, because Kelly gets blowed up. I know that's not correct English. It's blown up. Kelly gets blowed up a lot. Stokes. And why are we playing with 2 strong safeties? With Polamalu and Shando? They're 2 strong safeties. Actually, Kev, I kind of like that play. If Kappa would have caught the ball, it would have been a touchdown, right? Would have been a gadget touchdown. Where did I put my damn phone? Would have been a nice gadget touchdown. Granted, okay, we did get a touchdown that drive. I was thinking, like, don't let us go down there, after the turnover and not score a touchdown. Just why? Thanks, Kev. Kev says I'm in better shape than Kappa. I don't know. I'm still rolling around on my scooter. Actually, we just got back to the room in time because my scooter was on DED. It was dead. It was on its last gasp. Brian, I agree with that too. Hey, Waller and Renfro are gone. I mean, I would say they're gone, man. Don't worry about that. Kappa looked like a sack of potatoes on roller skates trying to catch a pet. It was. I remember. I only see it one time. You guys see the replays. I see it one time, and it looked like it was just a bad pass. Was it a pass he should have caught? Probably. I mean, yeah, but it was to him. He should have caught it. But nothing care. What the fuck is this kid coaching for? Why the fuck? Yeah, why the fuck? I don't know, Ed, man. I don't. I have to keep my hat on because my hair is all, it's all fucked up. I'd rather. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, let's talk about that too. Remember how we're all kind of used to the fact that the opposing crowd, there's more of them than there are Raider fans? Not today. I don't know if you could tell on TV. It was mostly Raider fans in there. with a sprinkle of Titans fans. There were more empty seats than Titans fans, or so it seemed. People just didn't show up. That's indicative of what is going on with the team. And I will also say, I have it on great, not good, great authority from a well-placed source inside the locker room. Well, it was empty, hard to make every game be. I got you there, Ryan. Game was blocked out for most of America. Okay, well, yeah, you what you didn't miss was there were a bunch of Raider fans or a few Titans fans, and there was a shit ton of empty seats. I'll just lay it out. There was a shit ton of empty seats. But we won. And it was one of those things where at least when we needed to sound on defensive schemes, when the defense needs to make a play and you hear the sound of the crowd, that was the sound of people doing what they needed to do. I don't have the Sunday ticket, Brian. I don't. I was spending what is it, $300-$400 to watch a game or to have a game available at home that I was at. And if I need to see the game, I guess I can pay for YouTube, primary, and then the game is on YouTube, I believe, afterwards. Cap, we have enough gusto to hang with the Chiefs next week? No. No. But stranger things have happened. I'm not saying that we don't even need to travel and just take a forfeit L. No. Because as you play the games, you learn what your limitations are, what your capabilities are, who does what well, and you learn from that. You don't learn just by packing it in and giving up. But yeah, for overall, no. I didn't see the Chiefs game, but if the Chiefs beat a Super Bowl capable team in the Lions at home, and we are going to Kansas City next week to where they just won on a Sunday night game, I would think that we're not going to give them too much of a problem. We're not going to give them too much of a problem, but we need to go out there. Yeah, Brian. For the most part, there were a lot of people that were not there, and I don't know. I mean, I'm going to ask: is it better for people not to be there, or is it better for it to be full of opposing fans? Okay, so Harper and Robertson were not doing their part in the Lions' defense. Casey won, but a lot of help from the rest. I'll let you, Brian. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I was eating dinner. And it wasn't even what I wanted to eat. I wanted to eat steak. But a lot of the steaks that I wanted to eat, or a lot of the seafood that I wanted to eat, they said, well, we don't have them tonight. That sucks. So I had a very expensive cheeseburger that I ate half of. That I have for what I got leftovers. Maybe in the morning I'll eat it for lunch or breakfast. Such is life. Empty, in my opinion. Maybe Mark will get the clue to make the Raiders win like his ace. Yeah. But in order to win, you got to have quality. You got to have quality people on that team. I see. I'm watching highlights right now. Herbert throws for a touchdown to McConkey. Gets her up 16-13. And Tua throws an interception. Wow, that's something that we haven't heard from before. No Gordon Ramsay. Actually, I forgot. And Peppermill is right down the street. I should have went to Peppermill. We have the players just playing in the wrong position. Okay, who's in the background? I don't see anybody in the background. Nobody in the background, Ed. Not anymore. And I think that person's name is Nundy anyway. Oh, is that one of the Waller touchdowns? Yeah, I thought I just saw it. Just saw a Waller touchdown highlight. See a McConkey long reception. Herbert should have been sacked. He throws it to McConkey, who jukes out somebody. I'm sure that caught that was like a field goal. I'm sure I won it right. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Oh, okay. Harbaugh. I missed the Harbaugh hit. But yeah, so right before the game ends, the Chargers beat the Dolphins. Okay. But at least, everybody in AFC West won today? Or, yeah. Chiefs won, Raiders won, Chargers won, and the Broncos won. Oh. Which means that we're just, we're not as people being hard behind or ahead didn't change. And thanks, Brian. But yeah, KC next week. We'll find out. I'm going out there. Obviously, I'd like to see a game that is worthwhile to watch. Got to get this out. I want to see a game that's worthwhile to watch. We will find out. Then the Raiders got to bye, and I got a weekend to rest. Thank God. Unless Ed has some other plans for that next weekend. If we beat KC next week, they drop to 4th place. Let's beat them first. Yeah, if this happens, then this. Well, let's get the if to happen first. If we win, okay? If we win, then this. But I'm going to open it up in a little bit. I'm going to say one more thing. And I don't know how many people are going to see this. I really don't. Something that I can't abide by anymore. And I see it. I see it every game in Las Vegas. I see it every. Yeah, I'll be in Kansas City next week, Kev. I'm gonna say it. Nobody watches the show except for you, the core that care, and I thank you for it. I'm not a mega content creator. I'm not. I wish. But there's a mega influencer for this franchise. A mega influencer. And I cannot stand the fact that this person uses their kids in the front corner seats of the black hole. When the game is done, they have their kids there and they grab things from players, because players are going to give stuff to kids or chicks with big boobs. That's about it. Kids or chicks with big boobs. And yeah, I said that. It's true. There is a mega influencer that uses their kids, goes into the front corner of the black hole after the games. Their kids are there, and the players give them things: gloves, sleeves, towels, hats, and the kids take the booty, take the stuff, gives it to their parent, a mega influencer for the Raiders, and the parent puts it away, and it's a production line. Player gives glove or hat or sleeve. Kid gives it to their parent, this mega influencer, and that mega influencer puts it away. And this mega influencer, by the way, is a creep. There's other things that really, really piss me off about this person. But I have no legitimate proof of other shenanigans. But I will say that Ed's right. Well, Brian said, I'm not going to put them on blast, but Ed's right. This person sells the stuff in auctions, I don't know what he uses the money for, but he sells the stuff, goes into his account. And this is the same person that uses his kids in a tragic event. A tragic event. Uses his kid for like GoFundMe stuff. Reprehensible. Repre-fucking-hensible. No, Kev, I don't believe they have their own merch line. I don't believe so. I don't know if this person does. I just know that I despise this person. And if this person comes up to me later on and says, I heard that you despise me, and I'll say, yeah, I fucking do. Because I'm civil to this person. There are other people that I'm civil to. But don't you not agree that when you use your kids for shit like this, it's reprehensible? That's a nice way of saying it's fucked up. But I've had enough of it. And I'm not putting them on blast. This person, I'm not putting them on blast. But I'm just saying, if you know who it is, do the right thing. Because I see it every week from my seats. Because I look down on the opposite side. My seats are on the one side of the players' tunnel. This person sits in the seats on the other side, in the black hole in the corner. And I don't know if that those are this person's seats. I don't know. But they're always buying tickets there. If it's not, pardon me. I don't think it's their tickets. I think that they just paid money for it. It's a game. But I needed to vent. Person is fucking sensible. If it gets back to him that I said it, I'll fucking tell him. Yeah. And I've told you that before. Using your kids to show for you. Oh. And today, a player threw something towards a little girl that was next to him. And this person snagged it out of the air. It had velocity. It was, a loft. It was a parabola. It was intended. It wasn't intended for the old dude or dudette that grabbed it. It was intended for the little girl, and this fucktwat grabbed it and kept it for themselves. Reprehensible. So I said it. Sharif, yes, despicable. Despicable. Sharif, if you haven't figured out who it is, it's the person that we were talking about offline that I have major issues with. Don't put them on blast. Yes. Is it the same person we talked about? Yes, it is. Without diming them out. But what I would say, what I would say is that if you know who it is, and Sharif knows who it is, and if you do know who it is, I would say this person does need to be dimed down. And I'm not quite ready yet. Maybe I'm getting ready. Maybe I'm building up to it. But again, I'm not a mega influencer for the Raiders. I'm not a mega influencer for the Raiders. I'm just an old guy who's been a fan for 50 fucking years and dressing out for over 20. But I don't have kids. I don't use my kids to shill for me for shit. And yes, I'm not squeaky clean. I'm not squeaky clean. Sharif and Ed Winchell and other people know that I'm not squeaky clean. I'm not. But I'm not despicable like that. Just saying. So now that I got that off my chest, and may this person, I don't know what I can say else. Other than I wish they were locked up. But having said that, if you would like to talk about today's game, now I'm putting the link here. If you'd like to talk about today's game, let's do that. Maybe I need to lighten things up. Mike, I wish I could make him walk the plank. But you use your kids to show for you for Raiders gloves and towels and hats and then sell them? Look what I got. Oh my God. Scotty Lutz, thank you for that. Let's get that. Sharif, I see you now. We'll get to you in just a minute. Everyone, yes, but also got to keep in mind it was another sucky team we played. Thank you. Let's not act like this win makes us hot stuff. Well said. Well said, Scotty. I haven't seen you in a bit, Scotty. Are you doing okay? You're still in Kansas, right? I believe Scotty Lutz is in Kansas. I know that Scotty Lutz was he is a Phillies fan like myself, if I have the same person in mind. Granted, I know my audience a little bit more intimately because I have a small audience. I got a small audience. I know a lot of the people from different things, so I have a smaller audience. And that's the Scotty Lutz that it lives in. He either lives in Missouri. Oh, yep. Casey, Missouri. I'm a Florida Gators fan. Yes, there you go. He's a Gator like me. Lives in Kansas City. Well, I'll see you next week. But having said that, thank you for that, Scotty, for confirming. Good to see you. And again, I'll be like you said, we won a game. Salute to you, Nation Nightmare. Thank you there, sir. And bring in Sharif. Check, brother.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Hear you loud and clear. Let me change the little focus of the camera because when I do a 2-screen, I don't be too much off screen. Okay, so yeah, did you see the full game, Sharif? What were your thoughts? Am I off base? It's like it's a victory, but it was against a lesser opponent.
No, you're totally correct, and I did watch it, but at points it felt like I was in suspended animation, particularly in the first half because it seemed to have moved really slow and tedious. Like we were struggling a lot more than we should have against this team.
Yeah.
Until we got a few breaks, and thank God that fumble recovery got overturned. Because we may be having a totally different discussion right now, So you're absolutely right. It's a win. It's more like just a relief. We can't necessarily celebrate. We escape, if you will. You know.
That's good. That's a good term. By the way, Brian, the umpires, and yeah, I'm still on this. And for all you people that are calling me pissy, the umpires gave Game 4 to the Dodgers. Can't say it any different than that. Because you brought it up. Yeah, Phillies didn't produce runs in games 1 and 2, but the Dodgers were given the Game 4 by the umpires. I'm just going to say that. I'm sorry, Sharif. I had to address something in the comments. Go ahead again, sir.
No, it's fine, and it's not often I get to speak to you past 1 a.m. East Coast time, but of course it's only 10 there in Sin City.
Yeah, there you go.
And I saw you in New York for your brief video clip earlier. I'm surprised you didn't go to the nice Jewish deli, Greenberg Deli in there.
I did not see it there. I mean, I asked the young lady that I said, what's a nice place in here? We went to, it was like Gallagher's Steakhouse. And it had,
okay.
But the thing is, when we walked in, she goes, well, we don't have this steak and this steak and this steak and this steak, and we don't have the lobster. And I'm like, well, fuck. What am I
Wow.
gonna eat? You know? And so I
Damn.
ended up getting the cheeseburger, which was okay. But I wanted to get something to actually celebrate. And then I did have the calamari, which were good. Or I should say
Yeah.
calamari, but the cheeseburger was all right. $35 for a cheeseburger. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
That's the strip for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
You know. But the next time you're out there, I don't know when you're going back to Florida, but check the Greenberg Deli, and it's more reasonably priced than Katz here in New York. You know, as far as you want to get your corned beef on a pastrami, you know, really nice portions. Now they might have went up the last time, but the last time I was there was about $13 a sandwich. But I haven't been out there in maybe I was in Vegas January, but I didn't stop through there.
Greenberg. Okay. Hey, remind me.
Yeah.
I'll be back here in like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. But by comparison, you know, Katz is damn near $30 a sandwich. So, and it's not quite as much meat, but you know, more than enough to, you know, feed a hungry pirate. But
Yeah.
anyway, back to the game. Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. We have to be really tempered in our enthusiasm. Yeah, we're relieved because honestly, if had we lost today, we would have reached a critical mass, maybe a all-time level of depression for Raider Nation if we couldn't beat this Tennessee Titans team with a rookie QB. And funny enough, he was the rookie, but Geno played like one. You know, out of with that unnecessary forced pass that he threw that ended in an interception, and I was scared to death. I said, please, I hope that isn't the play that turned this game around and get Tennessee back in this game. And thankfully, the defense, even though Devin White is horrible in coverage, he made quite a bit of noise shooting up the gap, you know, getting sacks and things like that, which helped us. You know, Max finally had someone else other than himself to, you know, bring the pressure up front, which you always would like to have on a young kid or a rookie QB. Yeah. So yeah, we got out of there alive. Next week is a whole different monster out there. Are you going out there and
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I will be in Kansas City next week because myself and I will implore this as well. Mad Bomber Johnny Souza is and again, if you're not subscribed to his channel, mine is very niche for the people that are here. You know, my subscribers are limited and the views are limited because it's like the family of people that will watch are about the same, and I have about the same numbers. But Johnny's is even more starting, and it's a conversation with him and other different people. But it's very homey, very old school because he knows we're about the same era. He's a little older than me, but we come from that same, you know, 70s Raiders era, and he is actually from the Bay, whereas I'm not.
Right.
Being from Philly, but so he's got a lot of unique, cool perspectives as well. McBud over there in Scotland. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad there, shipmate. But good to see you there, partner. And one of my favorite people, obviously overseas. Good McBud.
And I agree with that comment that just flashed. You know, this should have been a game where we score 40 or at least somewhere in the 30s.
Yeah.
To, you know, kind of reestablish ourselves and get some momentum for next week, or at least remind the fans in the league that we're not as bad as our record suggests. However, you know, it was a tedious process, and the Tennessee hung around for as long as they could, but you know, they just not developed enough yet to really give us a scare. And we were fortunate. There's not too many teams worse than us. They just happen to be one of them. you could probably count on one hand, Cat, the teams that are literally top to bottom worse than us. Maybe on three fingers if I think about it. Just being honest. With minor league wide receivers, a rookie RB who, yes, has a lot of potential, but he's still learning. A O-line that's in flux. Gino and Chip is not on the same page. A defense that's hot and cold, sort of like a faucet in Puerto Rico. So, I am dreading next week after watching tonight and hoping Detroit could, put a dent in that surging momentum with the big red cheese out there and Mahomes, and now Kelsey looked like he's trying to turn back the clock, and that old blonde girlfriend of his in the skybox. And they love to beat us. This rivalry goes back to the AFL. So then the same team that did the ring around the rosy play on us, and I was at Allegiant for that in 2022, the last game of the year.
Yeah,
I can see that coming because they see us so disjointed, poorly coached, we're not cohesive. That Andy Reid's probably going to pull out all types of crazy gadget plays just because he feel like he can on us. Expect it. And I don't know if we honestly can answer. I don't think Genty's enough. Jacoby Myers basically been MIA for a few weeks now. And who's going to stop Chris Jones up front? After what I see him do tonight against Goff and the Lions, who got a very good line.
Yeah.
And stopping them in the red zone one trip, man, it might be a historic night for Chris Jones next week. So if nothing else, at least we got this win. So as opposed to being 1-6 next week, we'll be 2-2. No, what would be
we're 2-4 now? So we would if
we'd be 2-5, right?
We'd be 2-5, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to 1-6. So if that makes any, quantum difference. Mm-hmm. But then again, in 2022, we were literally at the same spot and place record-wise with a better roster. So I'm happy that you got to experience the win. I'm assuming, Cap, that the crowd was predominantly Raider fans. I like to think that.
Yes,
but I actually heard a chant of defense in that place. While we were on defense, I said, wow, that's different.
Yeah.
Outside of a few isolated voices that I'm accustomed to seeing, and I don't think I caught you on camera this time. But when I heard the crowd chant defense, I said, okay, well, I guess the fans really turned out, or the prices have started to drop so much that more fans had said, what the hell? We got nothing else to do on a Sunday. Let's go to the game.
The ticket prices for this game were historically low.
Wow.
Historically low.
You confirmed my suspicions, Cat.
Yeah.
Because I saw some people going live who I never really see have such a great view of the action, if you know what I mean. Not that I'm anyone's financial advisor, but I like, oh, that's nice that they're sitting up so close, but that makes sense. You can't sell a bad product. Maybe we should take the Aces on the road with us to give us that mojo with them being in the building tonight.
Yeah, in fact, they did the candle. They lit the candle out
the
there.
Torch,
yeah. Torch, yeah. I just saw Jenny score a touchdown. Isn't it nice? Oh, and him and JPJ cutting it up in the touchdown celebration.
Yeah, I got a good laugh out of that. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, 20-10. We should have scored at least 27-30. At least, more. Yeah,
it was a very tedious game where we were kind of scraping and scrambling for the points that we had. We took advantage of a young still very bad team with a rookie at QB. So we were able to overcome Gino's interception, the penalty on the fumble recovery, and some other things that that if I was KC, I would be smelling blood in the water. And I hope we're primed for that. And unless we can turn back the clock and replicate the Christmas miracle of 2023, and this would truly be a miracle, the way this team looks.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say when we won in 2023, I don't think we were quite this bad.
No, because at that juncture, Josh had already won 3 games before his ouster. And then, of course, right off the bat, Pierce won like 2 games in a row as he took over, and we lost a tough game. Was it to the Vikings? I think 3-0. Yeah. Which, that game could have really changed our fortune that year had we just put up any points. But no, we weren't as bad as them. We weren't as bad as we are now, because at least that team had some heart. They had some spirit. They had some momentum. They didn't have the big name coaching staff, but that team played like they had it. They had a sense of purpose, or maybe it was just a cathartic release with McDaniels being out the building and it carried over. But you saw it with the historic Charger game and, of course, the Christmas game. So, but this team, it's a lot of pieces playing out of place, a lot of inexperience, a lot of guys who I don't think will make most NFL rosters. Our wide receiver room is nothing to brag about. Our secondary is basically like a Trivial Pursuit game. Who is who? So, man, and watching a very good Detroit Lion team lose the way that they did tonight against the Chiefs, I have zero optimism for next week after this underwhelming win under a overmatched opponent, which like you say, we should have scored at least 27 or 30 points minimum. And
I'm going to treat this like or the next game, obviously as a barometer. Okay, you saw that I can't, and now I can't remember. I can't remember how ugly the opener was. I can't remember how bad I know we got beat bad, but I can't remember how bad, because it's just one loss after another at this point. This is a barometer of how we play against our division outside. Okay. So we're going, not outside as in like outside outdoors, outside our confines. Okay. So I want to see how we play them next week in Kansas City. Granted, when we go to LA, that's a home game of sorts.
Right.
So, I want to see how we play away. And I am not going to the Thursday night game in Denver, not doing it. I am actually going to the Packers. I've told you guys and gals this.
Right.
Packers Eagles game. I'm going to that game.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be a lot more exciting. I hate to say it. This team doesn't have much excitement, and with the absence of Bowers as well, I have to consider that also. So we're gonna have to really dig down deep and come up with a formula, because I don't know if the old man Pete still has it in him to really get a team in that particular space, a bunch of young men who are probably already feeling halfway defeated. You got a few leaders in that locker room, Max being one of them. And at least today he did get some help. But this is Chief Week, and most of those players there don't know what that means. Oh, I also like the contribution of the rotational defense D lineman today. Mm-hmm. But again, that was against the Titans, who, have allowed a whole gang of sacks all year long. which most rookies endure. Hell, I remember when Aikman came in. What was that, 89 or whatever? I'm surprised he lived to have a career. So
it's OJT learning experience for Ward. He's not going to be horrible, and he's going to have to take the lumps. But I was telling people today, I said, hey, now we have the what do you call it? The tiebreaker against the Titans, which means that, I mean, actually they had the tiebreaker over us because we beat them, so they actually have a higher pick against us. But they're not going to go for a quarterback. So in that respect, all it was a tune-up win. It was a win to make us feel good, but it didn't really hold anything monumental. Okay. And thank you, if I hit the likes. What will it take for us to bench Geno? John Leon, we're not going to bench Geno.
No.
We're not benching him. Okay. We're not benching him. He will play every game. He will play every game unless he is injured. If he's injured, he's playing. Or if he's not injured, he's playing the game. He's not coming out unless he is injured.
Yeah, and the frustration is definitely understandable. But that is Pete Carroll's guy. He's loyal to Smith.
Yeah.
And he has the mindset that they just have to work themselves through the kinks. He does not know O'Connell. He does not know Pickett. If he's going to come out of retirement, Pete, he's not going to do that to start over with, some brand new kid who don't even really have a resume to brag about. No disrespect to O'Connell or Pickett. So he's going to go with what he knows. He's just as Gruden was loyal to Carr, extremely loyal to him. Anytime you tell Tom Brady no, that's loyalty.
Yeah.
When you had a chance to bring him here. So now we got another coach who is loyal to his guy, and we got to tough it out, 10 interceptions notwithstanding. And that one was a horrible interception because it wasn't necessary.
That's it. Hey, Sharif, I'm going to try to open it up to other people. Hopefully we'll have some people come in. If not, then I'll have a short show tonight, but at least I did my hour. That people say, well, you didn't have a show on Sunday. Yes, I did. It was just rather late. So
no problem, Cap. I'm glad to catch you during the night off. It's raining here on the East Coast. Hope you have a safe flight back whenever you take off.
Yeah, I take off tomorrow about 4:00 here, or is it 3? I gotta look again, but maybe it's 3. Trust me, I don't miss a flight, but I will be home tomorrow night around midnight. I got to go through, I think it's Nolens, but hey, it's Nolens. It doesn't matter. When I get home, it'll be late on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's me doing things I need to do around the house, and then Friday, it's back again. But the only difference is that after next weekend, or this upcoming weekend, I should say, a week from now, when I go home on Monday, I ain't going anywhere for 10 days, 12 days, or whatever.
Wow.
So that'll be good. I can actually do something, I guess. We'll see.
That's right. The buy is coming up. All right, Cap, I'll be listening, bro. Have a safe flight tomorrow.
I always appreciate you coming in there, Sharif. You be well, shipmate.
All right.
That's Sharif Saleh Khan, a.k.a. Black Thanos. If you have never come into the show, Cool Kev can come in. John Leon, I haven't heard from in forever. Okay, and there are people that just do the comments like Raider Jeff. I mean, my goodness, from fucking Boston. Fucking Boston, Harvard Yard. Jeff, what the fuck are you doing awake at 1:30 in the morning? That doesn't. And McBud, the flights miss you. Yeah, the flights miss. Hey, Bud, man, no, if there's a way for an airline to fuck me, it finds a way. It finds a way. So if there is something that you want to get off your sleeve, this is the time to do it. McBud, I know it's early over in Scotland, and I hope you're well, man. It's good. It's good seeing you because a lot of times I wouldn't see McBud unless it just that the time coalesced, and he was up late or early in the morning over in Scotland. Very early part of my show, so it's good to see you. Big Al is here. Wow, I haven't seen Big Al in a while. Prepping for the Monday morning quarterback show. Okay, well, come on. If you're prepping, come in and do like a walkthrough. I want to hear from what you have to say, Jeff. I want to hear from Big Al. I want to hear from Cool Kev. And what the fuck? Where's the flag? If you can, John Leon, come into the show. I got you, McBud. But it's good to see everybody here, as it is. But if you'd like to come in, talk, this is the show. I said that I was going to do one. This would be emptier than a Scottish pay toilet. I love those jokes, man. All eyes on G. Good to see you as well. Still a star. Oh, you're still a star. Oh, thank you, Nick Bud. All eyes on G. Thank you. But yeah, if you want to come in, and yeah, I vented it. In case you missed it, I vented on a Raiders influencer. A Raiders influencer. That's a fucktwat. If you want to know more about what I said, go back, watch. It's in like the first half an hour. So yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna be here. Got all kinds of questions. I couldn't. Zach, all you do is say yes. Put your camera on. Put your microphone on. Just say, okay, Kev, you're at work. Okay. Just Zach, Mike. Okay. Hook your mic up. Hook your camera up, and your microphone is the most important thing. A shitty picture, it doesn't matter. Don't have a shitty mic. Makes it crap. So I'm gonna wait because I know that there is a lag. I still gotta get my stuff packed. But so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give 6 minutes. 6 minutes. You want to come into the show when that clock goes to 1:20 in 6 minutes. And John Lee, God, I hate saying this. I am leaning that way myself. And that's horrible to say. I'm leaning that way myself. It was me to come through. Mike, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything saying that you were here. I didn't see anything saying that you were ready to come in on me. I didn't see that. It would have been on your end. But yeah, it'd be nice to hear from you, brother. So now I'm just going to be schwitzing here. Who's the guy with the fucking grill? Oh, that was why Branch fucking popped him. Because Mahomes tried to give him like a handshake, Yeah, I'd be pissed too. Okay. I don't know why, Mike. Yeah, you have been on the show, so I'm not sure what's going on. So I guess this is it. I guess I'm just doing an hour and 15 with a little extra. But never let it be said I didn't at least want to open it up. As you look at Hollywood, not Hollywood, Las Vegas, the lights of Las Vegas. So I guess that's it. Oh, Kansas City with 0 accepted penalties. So basically, they had no penalties. They had no penalties. Yeah, EMAC, I'm about ready to hop myself. Zero accepted penalties. Okay, EMAC, make it short. EMAC's here to keep me up a while. So I'm bringing him in. That's true.
What's going on, Captain? How you doing?
How you doing, EMAC? I hear the merit. What? I add him to the stage.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, okay. I might have double clicked, so apologies. So Mariners won the first game, I hear.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole game, but I think it was like 3-1 or something like that.
Yeah. And
Are you still going to say fuck the Mariners?
Sir?
Are you going to say fuck the Mariners? I remember you saying that the other day.
No, it's like I don't know enough about the Mariners to.
I mean, we never been to a World Series or never even won it either.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the only thing I know. I know the Blue Jays have won 2. That they've been to several. I think the Blue Jays are 2-0. I know they beat the Phillies, and I don't know who they beat other than the Phillies, but I know they beat the Phillies on the Joe Carter home run.
Are you sad for your Phils losing another playoff series?
Sorry?
Are you sad about your Phillies losing another playoff series?
I'm livid that the Phillies could not swing the bats in games 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm livid that the umpires gave the Dodgers game 4.
I feel like it's going to be Mariners and Dodgers World Series, and we're going to fucking lose.
Well, I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong in several ways. I don't want the Dodgers to get past the Brewers or the Cubs. I don't. Because I hear a bunch of smug Dodger fans. They're like the baseball equivalent of the Kansas City Smugs. Okay?
I hope.
They're the baseball equivalent of just a smug fan base. Can't stand it.
I just hope the Mariners win the World Series for my uncle that passed away, and he's a huge Mariner fan a couple years ago. I want them to go win it for him.
Yeah. And the Seahawks won today. Was it like 11 or 12?
It was 20-12. But I turned the game off when it was
like
20.
11 or 12 straight away games that they've won in a row. Something like that.
Maybe. Did your Raiders win today? I thought they did.
Yeah, Raiders won, but they played a horrible team that they should have beaten. And the fact that they only beat them by 10 points shows that the Raiders are not a good team when you play a team like is as inept as the Tennessee Titans.
The question is this finally the week that Pete Carroll finally gets this whole organization shit together and then prepare for the next game? Like he needs to come out with some personnel.
Well, the issues at where'd you go? EMAC, I did not do that. I did not push the move.
I think for some reason when I turn it sideways, it mutes my whole phone. and then kicks me
Okay.
out of the freaking stage. Sorry about that.
No worries. I swear I did not do it that time.
I know
But
you didn't.
the dissension in the Raiders locker room is because of, and again, I don't know if I got a chance to say this fully when I was talking about it earlier, from a very great source on high, that the dissension in the Raiders locker room is between Pete Carroll, and it says coaches to coaches.
Yeah.
Okay. Coaches to coaches. Now, me thinking as I do is between Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly.
I think Pete Carroll should be doing the defensive play calling too. I think that's going to make so much of a change.
Well, I just think that, and I can see it with Chip Kelly being that Chip Kelly does not wish to bend. Chip Kelly does not wish to bend on principle. And you saw that when Ashton Genty said, well, fuck you, I'm going to stand in the position, the upright position that I am more comfortable with. The running game has been a lot better for the Raiders since he started standing up.
Well, guess what? Congratulations. Genty is your official offensive rookie of the year with Mbika being injured.
With who being injured?
The Emeka Mboka, the wide receiver for the Bucks, rookie wide receiver.
He got injured today?
Yes, he did against the Niners.
How bad?
I think it's just a hamstring injury.
Well, hamstrings can linger.
I know his I don't know how bad you can pull a hamstring that will give you time to be out for to recover. But I know it's not. It depends. I think it just depends how hard you pull. Really, that you'll be out for months.
Well, even if you say a month, that's 4 games, 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say months, that's 6 to 8 games.
I noticed some NFL players pull their hamstrings and they're usually out for a while.
Well, I think so as well. But anything else there, EMAC? Again, congratulations on both your Seahawks and your Mariners. I'm looking at the score now, 3-1. 3-1.
Not very much. Maybe it's just should I keep sleep on the Raiders because it worked today. Everybody should sleep on the Raiders. See how if they makes them play better. I'm just kidding.
Well, hey, whatever works at this point, I'll take that.
All right, love you, brother. Have a good night. I know your show was so late. I came on here as soon as I was going to get ready for bed. But anyway, love you, Captain. And arg, let's go,
Arg.
Raiders.
Arg. Thank you there, EMAC. Appreciate the positives, brother. And that's EMAC doing the sign off. That my buddy that does the Giants show, he makes all of his people sign off with "Let's go Giants," and you don't, and even though you're not a fan of the Giants, he makes the people sign off with that, which is cool. Yeah, the hospital ball. I saw that. Oh, okay. We're gonna hear from Mike Green. Mike Green, how you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Sacktown Raider Mike, man. I finally figured something out, but it wouldn't let me change. I'm on here. Sacktown though. Sacktown
Okay. Good to see you there, Sack.
All right, good to see you again too, Jack.
So, what are your thoughts for the game and the show today?
I think Stone Forsythe is stoned when he's playing. I mean, I did not like him. But how about that defensive line though? That defensive line was tearing it up. I mean, Devin and also Devin White. My God, what do you have? Tackle for loss, strip sack, forced fumble, and an interception. And I believe 9 or 10 tackles, 5 solo. What a game!
Yeah, I would say that and it's good to see him do that because he's been And I'm not gonna pick him by saying that he doesn't suck. He does not suck. I know that when Stuart Schwager says don't fucking say that to people that are actually playing the game, that they are the top of the top of the top. But he is the lesser of people that are on that level. But yeah, when you have a left tackle in Stone Forsythe, he's not good. But I mean, maybe it's because that there are other things going on that his, I don't say ineptness. Let me see what this says. Okay. I just got a text from Violator, said beautiful day today. Enjoy the moment. That's from Violator to all of us. I agree.
Tell him Sack Town Raider Mike said hello. I love Wayne Moffett.
Yeah, no, he just gave me a text that showed up on my watch.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's good to see stuff like that. So yeah, that's from Wayne Violator Mabry to all of us. Enjoy today. Enjoy the moments of today. Because how many of these are we going to get? Yeah, and I was good. Yeah, and CJ was saying, I was going to say I'm in Sacktown as well. Okay, CJ Rich, the boxing and guy that knows boxing, he's in Sacktown as well. You might want to get with him as well. He does boxing shows with Angelo.
Oh, okay, I know who Angelo is. That CJ. I'm sorry, I'm from Antelope. I'm not sure where you're from in Sacramento. I'm in Antelope.
I don't know. You guys will have to get together offline.
Off air.
Yeah, off air.
If he's got IG, man, just look up Sacktown Raider Mike and hit me up, man.
Okay, I'm gonna pop this. Where's the flag? It says we got 6 more wins. Okay, not that I'm not believing that. Other than the fact is, okay, what teams are we beating to get those 6 more wins? So that gives us 8 wins. I got to ask you, where's the flag? Where are those 8 wins total, or where are these 6 additional wins coming from?
What?
I don't know. Where's the flag? Tell me where those wins are coming from. So I mean, maybe Sacktown Mike can tell me. He says 6 more wins. Which wins? Okay, it's Jags. Okay, Jags, Broncos, Browns. Okay, Browns maybe. I'll give that 1. The Jags, no.
Jags are kicking ass this year.
No, I don't see the Jags, and that's our next game after Kansas City.
Right.
So it's Kansas City by then Jags.
Then
I don't see that as a win. I don't see that. Broncos when? Okay. Cowboys and Chiefs next week, and hopefully split with the Chargers. Okay, but you're saying hopefully. Hopefully. Even Sharif is looking at you like, what the fuck? Where's the flag? What the fuck?
Yeah. I finally come down to reality. I don't think we're an 8-win team this year.
No. I'd love it to be an 8-win team. I'd love it to be a 7-win team. Even five more wins gives me 7. 7 gives me money in Vegas. But what it does not do, and I've come to this realization as well, what it does not do is give us a high first-round draft pick.
Exactly.
Because right now, if things are being even, okay, aren't we drafting number 2? Because the Tennessee Titans would be the number 1 draft seed right now, I believe. And Sharif gives us this stat. Jags have beat us 3 straight times. I know the Jaguars beat us in Jacksonville. At least twice in Jacksonville. I don't know if I can't remember the last time. Did they beat us at home in Allegiant? I don't remember, but I know that they beat us at least the last two, if not three times in Jacksonville. So I mean, at least two times in Jacksonville. I'm not sure about that. Saints are. Oh, okay. Apologies. Okay, Saints. So okay. Saints have the okay, and thank you for that. I'm just thinking about because I keep forgetting the Saints suck worse than us.
You know, it's going to be those three
Saints
teams
suck.
and us, the Jets fighting for top 5 draft picks.
Okay, but Cool Kevin reminds us that if we beat the Chiefs, then maybe we have a chance. Chance at what? I don't know. But Mike, anything else that you like your thoughts on the show as well?
Mainly it was the defensive line. Linebackers look good. I like seeing Tommy Eichenberg getting some play time out there. One of the things I didn't like was why Betch got one pass thrown to him and Alex Kappa got two. I mean, Alex Kappa got 2 targets.
Alex Kappa had 2 passes thrown to him. I don't even remember the one.
I remember the one, but then I've been hearing that you actually thrown 2 twice. I don't remember the second one. I know there was the one in the end zone, that fade route.
Yeah. I remember him being thrown at in the end zone. I don't remember him being thrown at a second time.
Yeah. But even even if he got one, I mean, why are we throwing the ball? I mean, we think we're going to catch him by surprise or something. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for as far as gadget plays go, I liked the play. Tackle eligible. I did like that. I didn't like the way it was performed, but oh yeah, and I agree with Cam Miller. If he's in the game, Cam Miller would be on the IR by the end of the game. He'd be on injured reserve. He would be out of it. When is AOC healthy? I don't know. I'm thinking AOC maybe after the bye. Somebody can check on that, but I think maybe after the bye. And Jeff gave us if the season ended today, Jets. Oh, wow! The Jets have the number 1 seed. Browns 2, Ravens 3. See, Ravens they're gonna drop. They're gonna win some more games. Dolphins, Saints are definitely gonna move up. Titans 6, 7, Bengals. Wow, the Bengals are a worse team than us.
Wow, I thought we were lower than that, or higher draft pick, I should say.
Yeah,
I thought we were at least in the top 5.
Yeah, I don't know. But we'll find out. But and anything else there, brother? I appreciate it, Mike.
No, well, thank you for letting me have him on the show.
Yes, for sure.
That. And no, I'm just happy. I mean, I know we beat a sucky team, team that sucks worse than we do, but I mean, I'm still going to enjoy this week and just relish on this before I'm worried about the rest of the season. I had us at 10-7 at the beginning of the season before the season started.
Yeah,
and that's unless something big time. I saw it. CJ. I'll check it. I'll sign back later. But shit, I lost my train of thought. That's why yeah. But I had us at 10-7, but I don't see us at 10-7, and I don't want to tank. I will never say tank. That's just the wrong word. But I mean, if we turn this thing around, say we beat the Chiefs, we have a bye week. Maybe something can happen. I don't know, but I don't see us making the playoffs one way or the other. So, but I enjoy getting wins no matter what. So, I mean, the draft we'll worry about later.
Hey, Sharif, we don't play the Bengals, I don't think. I thought we played the Browns. Yeah, the Browns is who we play in that division. Not the Bengals. We played the Browns this year. Because it's not Pittsburgh, it's not the Bengals, it's not the Ravens. We played the Browns. So that's the team we play in that division.
Browns and Bengals are different conferences.
No, they are not. Browns and Bengals are in the same division of the AFC.
They got two teams that close together in the same division?
Yeah. The
that's
NFC North. Yeah, the NFC North.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I'm looking. Yeah, we do not play the Bengals. No. I'm looking at my schedule.
we don't play the Bengals. We play the Browns.
Yeah, and that's a home game too.
Yeah.
That's
And that's why I was saying that people are saying, where are those 8 wins coming from? And it's like, okay, maybe the Cowboys, which if we're going to win a game, that would be one game that I would love to see us win.
You and me both, man.
The game that I would love to see us win is against Dallas. Okay, for sure. So if that's a win against Dallas, okay, then the Browns maybe, so that's 4 wins, right? We're going off of that. So we're 4 in whatever. So let's say we get a win against the Browns, a win against the Cowboys. That's 4 wins. Okay. Where's that other win coming from? Okay. Are we beating the Broncos? No. Maybe split against the Broncos. We're not beating the actually I think we can beat the Chargers in LA. So maybe that's 3 wins. So that's 5. We need 2 more wins in order for me to make money on Vegas. Okay. We'll see that. But Zach, I'm going to let you go. I got Angelo coming in, and I'd like to keep it to a 2-hour show. And if I don't get him in here now, then it's going to be an 8-hour show.
Oh, cool. Thanks for letting me come on, man. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I can kick myself out of here, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yep. You do that.
Took me long enough to kick me out.
It did. I'll kick you out in a nice way. I'll kick you out in a nice way.
Yeah.
Thanks again, there, Sacktown.
All right, Captain Jack. Have a nice evening, man.
All right. Thank you, brother. That's Sacktown Mike and Angelo. I kid, but I don't. But I'm tired.
No, I know. No, I actually, Cap, I want to tell you. So I've been listening. It's just that I have to cook for the family, so I was listening to everything, and I kind of missed. So I know you've been busy. You went to the crab place where Lincoln's place is, and then you did Blitnikoff. I think you did a Blitnikoff event, didn't you?
Yes, I did the Blitnikoff Crab Fest on Friday, and then yesterday on Saturday we went to Lincoln's Crab Place for a quick visit.
Okay.
And one thing that I got there that I wasn't expecting is I saw Coach Terry Rubisky at that place.
Ooh.
And I saw him as soon as I walked in. I'm like, "Oh, Coach Rubisky, good to see you, sir." And so I know who he was.
Right.
So I got his autograph.
Oh, that's cool.
I got his autograph. So I have Terry Rubisky. So now I have Terry Rubisky's autograph. It's on a cash. Was it like a check?
Yeah.
A restaurant bill. I don't care.
Yeah. Who cares? That's awesome. That's an even better story, actually. that's it's like a jockstrap story in a way, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to CJ Rich.
It's not as creepy or as a jockstrap, but yeah, it's cool.
Right. No, that's right. I'm sure he appreciated that you recognized who he was, Cap. Because everybody always likes that type of stuff.
Yeah, but there was a gentleman sitting next to him that I didn't recognize, and then Coach was saying, "Well, this is Bill, and then it was Coach Bill, and I don't know who this person is.
Yeah,
It's-
you can't know
it's a-
everybody, Cap.
Right.
You
It's
know?
an old white guy.
Right,
I have it down to an old white guy named Bill.
right. That
Oh.
narrows it down in terms of coaches to about 90%.
Yeah, Coach Bill. If you Google Coach Bill, Belichick comes up. We already did.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Angelo. I cut you off.
No. I just want to recognize the chat. CJ Rich, who's got an awesome boxing and kind of boxing and BS show. He just started his YouTube space, but he's a big Raider fan too, Captain Jack, and he's pretty awesome. Yeah, you know what, CJ? I don't know about feeling good. I would say it is a relief that the Raiders did what they were supposed to do. How you doing, Jeff? Nice to see you. Cool, Kev. Stop messing with me, man. I know I'm on the clock. Stop messing around. But you know, Cap. I mean, you're there, and I always have to give respect, and people need to always hear it that you are such a dedicated Raider Nation, old school. Really should be in the Hall of Fame, although I know you don't care about that stuff. But you know, you're riding it out with these guys, and I'd have been frustrated as fuck if I was if I was there live on some of the things that I was seeing. Right? Like, let's be honest, and it's gonna sound like I'm being a hater, Jeff. All right, but I did tell everybody that we weren't gonna win a lot of games this year. I said this. I've
You
stood
did.
on it. I mean, I got Protect the Shield backing me, right? Chris is like, yeah, man. Angelo texted me this like way back in August. Right?
Yeah.
Like I told everybody this. Okay. So I hate to be the guy that says I told you so, but I did. And if we're honestly going to be happy, Captain Jack, over the fact that the way we won a game against one of the worst teams in the league is because Cam Ward fumbled the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like it shouldn't have even been that close. We should have
Actually-
destroyed him.
Actually fumbled twice.
Right.
Fumbled
Right.
Twice.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are we really talking about here, CJ? Right? Are we saying that we're such a bad team that we need a worse team to mess up in order for us to win? Right.
Yeah.
So if you're a real Raider diehard like Captain Jack, then you'll understand where I'm coming from, which is this isn't really something to be happy about. Like, why would you be? The only thing I'm going to be happy about is when the draft comes, if we actually address the things we needed to address. I agree with Captain Jack, what he was saying earlier. The big elephant in the room is still why the hell is JPJ not our center? Right?
Yeah.
I'm with you on that, Cap.
One second, Angelo. I want to recognize the gentleman that's here. It's a gentleman by the name of Manning Smithson. When I was at In-N-Out today, and because I know this who it is, because I said about my show, and he's especially when he says boiler up, this gentleman goes to Purdue because he recognized that it's like he's a proud Purdue member, not an alum because he's going to graduate, but it was okay. And so thank you. I appreciate you popping in, sir. I'm not normally on at 2:07 in the morning
Eastern. Yeah.
But no, so thank you. I wanted to give some props for that because I like when I see new people show up. You know,
Right.
And,
Right.
and if you don't understand the jokes that are coming in for Angelo,
Yeah.
because Angelo talks a lot. I talk a lot.
Well, to be fair, I'm the co-host too, guys. I'm the co-captain of the show, so I get to talk a lot.
He does, yeah, he does. But yeah, but he gives good insight. He does give good insight, and
Right.
he popped in because he has the keys to the kingdom. He's the only other person that can go in my studio without me knowing it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
He popped in, I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't even see him pop in. So it's like,
Right. And I want to make sure Captain Jack knew that,
Yes.
I've been listening this whole time. CJ, look, you're right. Yeah, and CJ is a young, very positive Raider fan, right? I understand. I'm the guy that said, and this was not a popular take, CJ, but I'm the guy that said do not fire Antonio Pierce and do not fire Ziegler, not necessarily because of their particular performance that year one, but the fact that I'm tired of seeing Max Crosby and all of our other great players not get the consistency that they need, right? And at the end of the day, Captain Jack, you know this, it is consistency. So I know there's going to be a lot of let's fire Pete Carroll and let's get rid of Spytek talks. I don't want to do any of that. I want to ride this bull out.
I disagree with that. Why is it? Why you want to be consistently shitty? Why do you want to be consistently shitty with AP as your coach? AP is a great cheerleader.
Right.
He can hang out. He can motivate more for the Raiderettes.
Right.
He can motivate the Raiderettes more because he's a cheerleader. But have you noticed? And I haven't seen any of these things because I don't watch the pregame that he is on, I guess, CBS. He roasts the Raiders. He roasts them.
Of course, now he does. Yeah.
He roasts the Raiders.
Right.
Because he's no longer an employee of the Raiders. He's like, well, fuck this. I can do what I want. And he fucking roasts the Raiders. And that's bitter. Was that bitter lemons or bitter whatever? Right. Something bitter.
And honestly, like I like the fact, Cap, that John Gruden has every right to roast the Raiders if he wanted to, and he does it. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if after the Pete Carroll run, if it's not successful and this Chip Kelly thing isn't successful, again, I just want consistency, so let them play out the contracts. But if that doesn't work out, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Gruden comes back. Come on back. You know what I mean? Because Gruden has every right to be mad at us. Cal.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Gruden. I know Gruden 1.0, fantastic.
Right.
Gruden 2.0, why?
Not as good. Right. Gruden
2.0 was stale. Just like Chip Kelly's offense is stale.
And I was going to ask you that because you got to see it live today, right? In your honest opinion, why do you think it's so stale, man? I mean, he was more exciting at Ohio State last year. So why is it so stale?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Oh, do you know about the Jerry Lewis? You know, we'll put you on the wee hours of the Jerry Lewis Marathon when people are still here. And we got it. Let's turn it over to Angelo. Angelo, how are we looking on the marathon? What's our numbers? Tote and quote.
Right. And CJ, all you at 41, bro, all you've seen is pain. Honestly, I'm sorry because there hasn't been much joy there in the Raider, with the Raider nation getting because really at the end of the day, guys, we all feel the same way. We would like to know that we're heading into becoming a competitive team so that we can become a playoff team at some point in the near future, right? And we're not different than Miami or the Jets or any of these guys who obviously want it, right? I think where I find the loss, I guess, is I realize, Captain Jack, that the Jets are winless. I understand they're 0-5. I understand there's a lot of frustration with that team. I get all of that, right? But I'm one of those guys that I'm looking at that team and I'm like, a lot of young talent. They re-signed a lot of your young talent, and their actual worst case scenario is they're the last place team, so they get the number 1 pick. It's not a bad position to be in if you're Aaron Glenn, because Dan Campbell kind of went through the same thing year 1. In year 2, he was better. Year 3, he was a playoff team. So, like I said, and I don't know, Cap, like for us, we do have a lot of young players. I don't like that. And you'll know this. Did you see Caleb Rogers play today at all? Or did they start any of the youngsters, Charles Grant, anything or nothing?
No.
Okay. So we're just still kind of like sitting here.
It's the same. It's Stonehenge at left tackle. Stonehenge at left tackle. And then it's
Glaze.
Parham at left.
Okay.
Meredith at center.
Right.
At right.
Right.
Right tackle.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand any.
I want to see Grant at left tackle. Or
I'd like to see it.
Or I want to see Grant at right tackle with Glaze playing left tackle. Okay.
Sure.
do that.
I'm in on that too. Why not? Right? I just
Yeah.
want to see what we got, Cap, so that we know who to get.
Matt Marinovich, thank you for popping in. Yeah. And JPJ, and I don't know why, but I was actually watching a lot of Pete Carroll's interactions with JPJ
Okay.
on the field, not on the site, because I don't see what's going on. But on the field, he's talking to JPJ
Really?
a lot. Or maybe it's me not looking.
Or maybe he maybe there is a plan. Like maybe he does like this kid and he's trying to groom him.
I don't know why. It's just that he was talking to him a lot, and it was like when he was and somebody was saying like apparently, and I missed this. Apparently, Genty was suplexed on a tackle.
Ooh.
And right after
that,
I didn't see it, but the young lady that was with me said that they picked him up, and that's what he said. And I saw this from Pete Carroll was like he made the motion of like being suplexed.
Right.
Off at that,
right.
And I'm like, well, okay, yeah, but he was talking to JPJ about it, or at least it looked like he was talking to JPJ. He was talking to the officials, but JPJ was making actions back to him like he was talking to him. I could be mistaken because I don't know, but I can see Pete talking and JPJ like making motions and mannerisms like he's talking back.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm misseeing. Now I'm not misremembering, but they're reluctant to play the rookies. Why not? What do we got to lose?
I'm right there with you, Cap. I say let them play. And to answer the other person's question when they were trying to say, I forgot who it was, Cap, but he went on the chat. He said, "Hey, I could see us still winning like 6 more games." I agree with you, Cap. I mean, like in all honesty, the only games I see us winning would be the Browns, and that's a maybe. And I'm being very skeptical about that one too. The Browns, maybe. The Broncos at home, if the Broncos are already in playoff contention, but probably not because they're probably going to be fighting to try to get to playoff contention. So we won't beat them. The Texans, no, because we're playing at the Texans, so we're probably going to lose that. So the Giants, maybe, but I don't know, Cap. Have you seen Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo and, No. But oh my God, these are players we could have had.
Winning the last 2 games at home. Well, okay, we're not winning the last game at home.
Yeah, against the Chiefs, unless the Chiefs are already in the playoffs. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna need to beat us.
We might beat the Chiefs at home. We definitely ain't. Okay, 99-9. We are not winning next week in Kansas City. We might beat the Chiefs at home to. For a feather in our cap, but, again, that is if the Chiefs, have nothing to gain. Okay. So, and Chewy said, we're not beating the Jags, not the way we're playing.
No, the Jags are great, Chewy. Are you kidding me, man? They're just getting their stride now. That big win that Trevor Lawrence had against the Chiefs, man. Oh, that shot up his confidence. No, the Jags are going to kill us. And then but in all honesty, Cap, I know you want us to get to 7 games, but when I looked at the schedule,
you know what? That's just money I lost.
Yeah, it's what though, with us winning 2 games now, if we win just 1 more, I'm not that mad at it, Cap. I want a high draft pick. There's a lot of good players coming out of the draft this year. So, and by the way, Cap, I don't know if you mentioned this. I didn't hear you mention this, but technically speaking, we could get out of Geno's contract next year. You know this, right?
No, please advise us on that.
Okay. So let me make sure that I'm pretty sure that when they structured the 3-year Cap, and I am going to make sure I don't bobble this up. Okay. But the second year is the year in where if we did let him go, we weren't going to eat that much money. But let me just make sure that I am correct, because I've heard this also from experts talking about it, that if the Raiders are in a full rebuild mode, then the Geno Smith contract doesn't hurt us that bad. So let me make sure that I'm going to click on Geno. So this year, of course, we're paying him a lot, right? We are going to end up paying him this year an entire total sum of $58,500,000, because that's the dead cap money number if we were to like cut him this year, okay, for any reason. So we got to ride it out with Geno. But in 2026, check this out. He has no roster bonus.
Okay.
His quote unquote guaranteed salary cap is 18.5, right?
Oh,
Is 18.5.
No pressure.
But,
Try to keep this at 2 hours because I got to pack.
right. Sorry, Cap. But if we sorry. If we were to cut Geno next year, okay, after June 1st, though the cap number to hit with Geno if we kept him was 26.5, there'd be no dead money if we cut him, actually. After June 1st, there'd be no dead money. So we would just eat the 18.5. And not we, but Mark Davis. And I say that just to say that if there was a particular quarterback that we may draft, or maybe there's a different way we want to go with quarterback, the Geno contract isn't as bad as you guys think. Like we're not stuck to Geno for 3 years, right? And it's not like Mark Davis isn't used to just eating money. So yeah, Cap. At the end of the day, the outlook is good. I wouldn't mind it if we were in the top three, top 4 picks.
Yeah, top 4 would I mean for sure. Honestly, no, not for sure, but I think a top 4 pick. I don't see 4 quarterbacks going top 4.
No way.
I mean, all those teams that have gotten quarterbacks the last couple of years, and like I said, if the Titans pick ahead of us, they're not picking a quarterback.
No, the Jets would do it if they were ahead of us, because are they going to keep Justin Fields, or are they going to get a quarterback in the future kind of thing, right?
The Jets would pick a quarterback. The Dolphins would pick a quarterback. Who else is there? The Saints would pick a quarterback, so there's 3.
That'd be tough, though, right, Cap? They just took a quarterback in the second round last year. That'd be like us taking Derek Carr and then taking another quarterback.
Okay, I agree. So the Jets, the Dolphins, I don't know who else, but I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say this, okay, because I got to start packing. The one thing I can say, and you were probably not in for this, Angelo, is there is a influencer for the Raiders that uses his kids to shill for gloves and hats and towels, and it's a production line. The kids are in the front corner of the black hole for the seating.
Right.
Players go to the kids, give them gloves and hats and whatever.
Okay.
And for today, a Genti head wrap was gotten.
Okay.
A Geno Smith item, I don't know what it was gotten.
Okay.
By the kids. The kids grab the stuff. They give it to their parent. The person I'm speaking of, who is a influencer for the Raiders.
Okay.
Who has a lot of wasta in influencing, and uses his kids to show, and also grabbed an item that was intended for a little girl that was next to him. That was thrown by a player. The player wasn't throwing it to him. The player wasn't throwing it to him. Was throwing it to a little girl, and he grabs it and keeps it for himself as well.
Now here's the thing. What I'll say is, and again, I don't know this person, I don't know this influencer, but if the kids are genuinely getting this item because it's for the kids,
no, because the same person sells the shit.
Oh, now that's terrible. That's just underhanded right there.
The same person sells the shit.
No. Then that's wrong, guys. Because if you're gonna be a fan, then be a fan for real. Don't do that. Don't let the kids be the front man for you to get your stuff. but then you're selling it on the back end. Like that's just poor. That's just poor manners. That's not good.
Yeah.
I thought, Cap, maybe you would have said that the kids actually are getting to keep it, or it's going to be on a wall somewhere for them someday, you know. But that's terrible.
I'm just saying, for people that figured out who it is, it's not words are coming from me.
Right.
The person needs to be castrated.
Well, Jeff's saying the right thing. Like, that's wrong in so many levels. He's right.
Yeah.
Jeff, you're absolutely right. That's totally wrong, man. You can't be using. I mean, I remember, Cap, and I'll end it with this so that we could keep it under 2 hours. But
we're already over. Let's keep it under 2:10.
Okay, all right. When I would take my brother or my son to any of these things, right? Raider, A's, whatever. They kept all that shit, you know, because it was like, what am I gonna do? I'm not selling it on eBay. What the hell am I gonna do this with? And honestly, it's still a memory that even my brother still remembers, right? Like, he'll still talk about it because that's kind of the point. Otherwise, come on, Cap, we're grown ass men, right? Like, what do we need? What do we need to do that for? If we really want to be a memorabilia business, that's a whole different.
A signed jockstrap by a former player. By the way, folks, I admit I try to get things thrown at me. I do. I put my.
But you keep them, Cap. You actually keep them and
put my hands over the thing, and I try to get it like everybody else. I try to get it like everybody else, but I don't have kids or a large-breasted woman, because that's the other thing that will get you stuff.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know this.
You get a chick with big tits hanging out in front of you, that they will say, "Hey, how you doing?" And they will throw things.
Really?
I'm not kidding. I know.
Wow.
That
you guys are learning some trade secrets from the Cap.
I know that is very sexist sounding, but it's true.
Well, true is true, Cap. I didn't even know that was a thing. But okay, now I know.
Yes.
That's the trick. If you guys want autographs, make sure you have a big breasted woman, apparently.
Big breasted chick that smiles and
or a little kid in crutches. Named Tiny Tim.
Little kid, like little Timmy. What's the name of the kid?
Tiny Tim, Cap. Tiny Tim.
Timmy, Tommy, whatever the fuck his name is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This, that. But Angelo,
all right.
I admit this person needs to be outed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, you're right. Yeah.
And if he can come at me, if he knows this and he comes at me, I said, then I will say, you came at me. Yes, you're despicable.
Right. Right.
You're despicable. I will admit to it, because I'm not naming names.
The person probably honestly won't come at you, Cap, because they know what they're gonna get if they come at you.
No, I'm gonna say, okay, now that you want to recognize the fact that I outed you without outing you, sure, then I will start naming names.
Right.
But I'm sure you guys can figure out who the fuck I'm talking about.
Right. Now, well, it's just all wrong on all levels anyways. I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
It's fucked up. And I've told him about it before. I said, what the fuck are you doing using your kids to show for you?
Right.
I've told the person this again and again, at least twice.
Right.
And then it continues to happen right in front of me. And it just pisses me off.
Right.
So,
right.
Anyway, now that I got a chance to got that off my mind, I say thank you to you, and tell the wife I said hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Anna's been asking about you. She's checked, and I told her, I said, yeah, no, he's Mr. Busy, man. He's doing all these Bolitnikov dinners and whatnot, and but I know you're gonna come back on the second, right? You're not like gone. You're coming back for the.
Well, actually, technically, for that game, I might be flying into Reno. I got to actually change my flying to Reno, because there is an event on Saturday at a parade in Reno.
Ooh.
They'd like for me to participate in. So then I would have to get back from Reno on the Saturday, so I can do Saturday
and then Sunday in Vegas.
Sunday, and then get out on Monday. And I might do
awesome,
that.
Cap. So you got invited to be like a special guest in Reno for an event. That's amazing. That's great. That's so awesome.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, we should talk about that on maybe not next week's show, but the show where we're doing for the Jaguars there that week where we're talking about the Jaguars. But you're definitely not going to Kansas. I know that you said.
No, I am going to Kansas City next.
Oh,
week.
you are going to Kansas. You're not going to Denver. That's
I'm
what you.
going to Denver. Fuck Denver.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you're going. So you are going to be in Kansas. Awesome.
Yes, I'll be in Kansas.
Am I going to be looking for you on TV on this one too to try to send you a picture?
I'm in the front row on Kansas. I never make TV when I'm in fucking Vegas. Never make TV. I did make the big screen once today. Once.
Did you? Okay.
Was it the bad guy in Johnny Dangerously? I made the big screen once.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I remember the movie, Cap.
Joe Piscopo's character once. Yeah, I did. But when I go to other places and sit front row, I make. Fucking Jeff made the TV in fucking Boston.
Oh, did he? Okay, and for the Patriots.
I made TV. Ha ha ha. He did.
That's funny. That's awesome, though. Good job, Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of hard to miss, Jeff. You're a pretty big guy.
I was in front row in the end zone. Now, technically, I made TV when they kicked or when they missed the kick. If you look at the screen, because it's a wide angle shot of the goalpost, I said,
right.
There I am.
Right. Well, all right, Cap. So Arrowhead it is, and you know what? That would be a hell of a win if we somehow pulled it off. I know we're going to get destroyed. And again, that's dedication for you, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Jack is literally knowing fully that he's walking into a firing line. Is not only willing to go to Kansas City, but he's going to be front row, man. So imagine all the Kansas City Chiefs that are going to be like, I don't know what heckles they do for you. I've heard, Cap, that they're pretty nice, but I don't know. I haven't been there.
No, the fans are wonderful. The fans are wonderful. It's security that sucks, just like it's security that sucks in LA. And that's why I'm not going back to LA anytime soon.
Right.
In Denver, it's just the fans that suck.
Yeah, that's why you're not going to Denver.
Yeah, the fans are horrible. And
right.
Yes, I said it.
Right.
Yes.
Now, Cap, now before you go, because I'm going to let you go now, but if you get a chance, because you're going to be in the front row, and you'll get some kind of, people will know you're there.
Yeah.
If Taylor Swift says she wants to take a picture with you, Cap, you have to be nice to her, and you have to take the picture, Cap.
Be nice to anybody, and
I know
Taylor Swift.
I'm just saying, it's okay, Cap.
No,
it's Taylor Swift. You got to be nice.
First off, I wouldn't even make Taylor Swift's radar. No.
You never know.
No, because she's up in the booth in that special suite, warm and furry and fuzzy with all of the drinks and the food and all the shit. I wouldn't even make her radar. And I wouldn't want to make her radar. And God forbid I did make her radar, I would say, Miss Swift, I would call her Miss Swift. I'd say, Miss Swift, I know you're a big, music person, but I really don't like your fucking music.
Okay. Well, she would probably be okay with listening, hearing it because it's art. So yeah. I thought you were gonna say future Mrs. Kelsey. I really hope you retire soon.
Good for you and your billions of dollars. I don't like your fucking music.
Right.
But good on you. Way to rake in that money. Way to rake it in. Right.
Well, all right, Cap. I don't want you to miss your flight. You got an early flight, so safe travels to you. Safe travels. You're doing regular shows next week, right? Even with the Kansas City trip?
Yeah, I will be, regular shows next week. You looking to do a show, motherfucker, just let me know, okay?
No. I remember I'm doing Comprehensive Cancer Center, so I'm kind of like up and down on all of this stuff.
You take care of you and say hi to Hannah. That's all I got to say.
Yes, sir.
You and say hi to Hannah.
All right, Cap. Hopefully for the Jaguars weekend. We'll keep in touch for that one. I know you got the Reno thing, then you're coming for Jaguars. and then you're leaving on Monday. But maybe like if they beat the Jaguars somehow, we can go to dinner or something. We'll see.
Whatever. But maybe, like you said, but I want dinner at like China.
Yeah,
Mama.
China Mama. Yeah. She was talking about that the other day. She was like, we were at China Mama. She's like, aren't we going to see Captain Jack? And I said, I don't know, man. He's a busy guy. He's Mr. Superstar.
Yeah. Oh, I did get invited last night. I won't say who the person is.
Okay. But
there is a former Raider that is dating this person's daughter.
Ooh.
And he said, "Oh, Cap, you come in." It's like, because this person is, here's a surprise, of Mexican descent.
Ooh.
Okay, Raider fan of Mexican descent. That narrows it down to about 1 billion. Okay. Is that badly racist?
No, that's not racist at all. That's just factual.
That's okay. Thank you. I like the fact that it's fact. Okay, so there's about maybe a couple 100 million. Okay. So a person of Mexican descent whose daughter is being dated by a former Raider. I saw them and I was like, oh, and his wife makes great Mexican food. I said, oh, love Mexican food. Oh, I love it. If you want, he goes, well, I'll give you a call.
Ooh.
Come in when you come in. I'm like, cool. So again, because I know that you do the Asian, China Mama, and Philippine, great. But I also love Mexican. I admit it. I'm a foodie. So
yes.
if I get a free home cooked Mexican meal.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh hell yes. That's an automatic yes. But now that I know you like Mexican food, Cap, one of these times.
Mexican food, yes.
Okay. All right. And you're okay with spicy, but not too spicy.
Yeah, not too.
Okay.
I mean, I actually like a lot of spice, but it's not good for me.
Yeah. You got to watch that. Yeah.
I mean, I eat it at In-N-Out, and not those little spice. Man, they fucking pack a wallop. Those little.
Yeah, no. I remember when we took you to In-N-Out, and you got like 4 of those little pepperoncini thingy with bobbers.
They fucking pack a wallop. They do.
Yeah. I know, guys. I've been saying I don't want him to miss his flight. Okay. You guys are killing me.
Because they know me and you, man.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Cap. You have safe travels. Thank you so much. Thanks for holding it down for Raider Nation as always.
All right. Like I said, I wanted to keep it under 210. I'm going to keep it under 215. All right. Angelo, good hearing from you, brother. Thanks again.
Thanks, Cap.
All right. Take care, brother. That is Angelo Reyes in the studio always. Well, he can be always because he's got the keys. Angelo says, "Don't put spam in the masa." Okay. No spam in the masa. Okay, see. Guys, gals, mates, and wenches of Raider Nation, I thank you for the show. I am going to go. I got to pack. It's fucking, what time is it here? 2:12. It's fucking 10:30. I got to pack. Have a great one. Have Victory Monday for everybody. We'll see ya. But, hey, Kansas City is a whole different animal. So we'll see you next week. We'll take care, everybody. Yarg. Let's fucking maybe we can win. Maybe we can win. And maybe I'll win the lottery. Could happen. We'll see you for the next show. It'll be Tuesday.